Okay, so we've mashed off our design we're going to have. Let's say just a nice simple silver stripe, and then it's in a bit of an effect of the actual stickers you can get for these. But I'm just going to go for the nice single one, just going to keep it nice and easy. So yeah, got the paint ready to go, and let's get it applied. Okay, so we've allowed this to dry. Now we're just going to peel off the masking tape. Let's see how this looks. I'll tell you what, let me ditch the gloves and then we'll be right back. Okay, let's peel this all off. Let's see how it looks. Hoping it's going to look really good. But as you say, the proof in the pudding shall be in the eating. Alright, so there's a few bits of tape still stuck here and there. That little tiny piece there just doesn't want to come off. There we go. So I'm quite happy with that. I think that looks pretty good. Now we did try to take the light lenses out because they are dirty on the inside, because when we used to run it without any LEDs in it before we put a little basic kit in, they did get a bit muddy, but they are glued in, so unfortunately we can't get them out. But for the front, I think that's going to look really cool. Let me just grab the lower bumper. So once this is fitted back on, it's up there. It's going to look very dark, but I think it's going to look really cool against the blue body of the truck. Like I say, once that's dry, we'll start putting it all back together. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with that. So yeah, so that's cool. So yeah, we'll just leave these out overnight now, and we'll get back to it tomorrow. Okay, so the bar for the 4 LED pods is now dry, and you can see it's got that really awesome like metal flake in it. So that's going to look really cool on the top, and the roll cage, which is painted in the same colour, I don't know if it'll focus on it or not. Well, that's got the same metal flake in there. Like I said, we didn't go too far with the prep work on this, because like I say, it's there for the purpose of when it rolls over, it needs to protect the body a bit. And like I say, that's why it has got a few marks on it here and there. So yeah, so I think those are going to look really cool. Like I say, because we've done the silver pinstripe down the side of the truck. Like I say, I think this is going to look really cool with the silver accents, and like I say on the front end as well. So yeah, so excited for that truck body to dry now to start piecing it back together. I don't think we've got any more accessories that we need to paint or anything like that. We have got the actual light pods now. These are just plain silver, so I'm thinking that when they're back on there, see, that's going to look sort of like that. Maybe we should, if we can. They're not glued on, I don't think they are, they're just a bit stiff. No, I can't get them off at the moment, but if we can get these covers off, I think they'll look really sweet. Determined to get them off now. Go, just got the pliers. Let's just see if we can. Well, they are a bit tough to get off these. Oh, here we go. Okay, so that's it without it on. To be fair, I don't like to think that looks too bad. Maybe it might end looking a bit too chromed up there. So maybe I might actually just keep these light covers on So let's see, because we've got the black bumper, so I think that might just add that little bit of black back to it. So yeah, I think I'll keep those on, but I'll give them a good clean out when the yellow LEDs arrive. So yeah, the reason we've gone for the yellow LEDs for these is purely because when you see vehicles generally in European countries, like, and also Canada and like North America, like the actual mainland states, they use a lot of yellow lights, and the reason being is it doesn't illuminate the snow like white light. It still illuminates it, but like I say, it's yellow, so you can see better and it's not dazzling and blinding. If you ever get the chance to drive with yellow lights somewhere where there's a lot of snow, trust me, it looks fantastic. So that's the reason why we're going to go for the yellow lights up on the top, just because it'll keep it in with that sort of theming that we're going for. So yeah, so I think what we might actually do for this part of the video is, because that's literally ready to go, is we might just put it back together and see how it looks with the pods on it. Okay, so there we go, so that's them all back on. The grates on the front are a bit dirty, I will just pop them off and clean them, but I think that's going to look pretty sweet when it's fixed to the roof. Like I say, it's going to give it that awesome look that I'm going for. It's a nice simple spot lamps, ready to take these cool yellow LEDs, which should be arriving today of filming this, which is Tuesday, and let's say it's gonna look really cool. I just can't get over how good that metal flake looks on there. Now this is under a bit of obviously it's artificial light. Up this way there's like a warm yellow LED lamp, which is providing this shadow down here, and then the one behind me is just a ceiling light, and that's a cool white, so that's like a nice white colour. Like I say, out in the natural sunlight, that should pop really nicely. That, let's say, along with that as well, I think that's going to look really awesome. It would be cool if we could have that fitted in there. I think that'd look pretty awesome. But yeah, so yeah, that's them bits for now. We've got some chrome bits from the lights and stuff like that. I don't know what to do with those actually. I might actually paint them. So like these with the like side running lights on them. I might paint them, but I might leave them chrome. Let's say I'll put them on and see how it looks. I would buy the replacement kit that's in black, but to be fair, I don't think it'd get here in time for running it at the meeting at the weekend. So yeah, don't know really. But yeah, so that'll do for now. So let's see what's next. Okay, so the silver is now dry on the truck. As you can see, we just masked it off, and there's actually a line here. So let's start to carefully take this off, as we don't want to pull it too hard, just in case, like say, any paint is dried to the edge of it. You don't want to cause any irreversible damage. So let's just gently peel this off. Let's try to get this off around this corner. So like I said previously, the design is inspired by the sticker kits you can buy for the Hilux body. It's kind of like a bit of a sort of retro sort of colour as well, so fingers crossed this is going to look pretty neat. Okay, so the line isn't exactly perfect. It has just managed to see underneath the insulation tape, which is unfortunate, but like I say, I'm not a professional painter. I don't have all the perfect facilities to do this 100% perfectly right. Okay, now I don't think that actually looks too bad for my sort of first attempt at doing that. And you can see here at the front there the sort of theme I've sort of gone for. Like I say, it's not 100% perfect, but like I say, I'm not a professional painter, so I've done the best I can with what I've got. Now let's go to this side. See if this side's any better or any worse. One thing I did do is I put where I mounted the sandboards on the roof previously, I've just put an Allen screw in there. It's just so I can pick it up and move it around without running my hands all over the wet paint earlier after I just painted it. Just trying to get this piece off here. Doesn't really want to come off. Okay. Peel the top one off first. Yeah, so same again, this has seeped through a little bit here and there. Like I say, I'm not unhappy with it. I'm quite happy with that. I say quite happy, I'm actually very happy with that, to be honest. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. What do you guys think? So, to be fair, it actually looks fairly chrome actually from there. Like I say, it's not chromed purposely. Like I say, it's just the actual colour. You might be able to see here. Oh, move it down. Just up here, it has seeped through, but like I say, nothing I can do about that. It is what it is. So now that that's done, what we'll do is we'll start to just piece it back together slowly and make sure everything goes back on without scratching too much paint. And like I say, once we've done those few bits and bobs, we'll get back up and running with some video. Alright, so we've got the bar on the top. Like I say, I think that looks pretty sweet. So next thing I'm going to do is to put the roll cage on the back. In fact, before we do that, we'll do the rubber in the truck bed first. Be easy without the cage in, so we'll get that measured up, cut up and fit it. Alright, so we've got the rubber cut, we've got it to the right size. Now all we've got to do is just cut it around the wheel arches. Measure it up for the holes for where the cage is mounted, and then take so we've fitted the rubber mat for the truck bed. It just needs fixing into place now. We've managed to cut it perfectly. The only thing we haven't done is rounded off the corners, but like I say, it was more hassle than I could be bothered doing. So yeah, so all we're going to do now is just fix it into place with the couple of little holes for the roll cage. And then we'll check back. So we're going to fit it down using these sticky, double-sided 3M sticky pads. The reason we're not going to glue it is if it ever needs to come up, there'll be so much rubber left. So we're just using these. Now that might look overkill, which it probably is, but like I say, the inner surface isn't perfectly flat. So I'm just looking for the best adhesion I possibly can. So spend the next 10 minutes peeling all these off, and then we'll put it in place. Okay, so all these are now peeled off. Now we just need to put this in place. Now we just need to reposition the body. So do bear with me if it goes out of shot. I just want to make sure that it's stuck down in the right place the first time. There we go. I'm just going to rub all over. Make sure that those pads sticking down. Okay. And some of them do feel like they're struggling to stick, but like I say, as long as it doesn't literally just peel off, there we go. It should look okay. So here it is in place. Now you can see it's a bit dimply, but I'm not fussed. It's going to have the cool accessories on the back of it, which will distract the eye from any imperfections anyway. So right, that's done, so let's get this roll cage on now. Alright, there's the cage on now, all fitted in place, so it'll be our body nice and rigid on the back. So we're going to move on to the front now, so we'll get that front bumper fitted back on. And then I think I'm actually going to leave the light surrounds chrome, just so it adds to this silver effect we've got going on. So yeah, so I'm going to crack on with that now, and we'll check back in a minute. Alright everyone, so there's the front end back on. I think that looks pretty cool. So it's starting to take shape now. So we've got the paint done, we've got the 4 pods on the top, we've got the roll cage fitted, the front end in, it's all nicely painted as well. So it's going to look super sweet when this LED kit arrives. So yeah, so we're going to call it a night on that because it's now pretty late. So thank you for tuning in. Leave us a like, a comment, a subscription. Like I say, also check us out on our Facebook page, RC Crawling UK. I say there's no pictures of this build on there, but there's a few little hints of what's coming. So yeah, like I say, go check us out, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.